know what I mean? So you knew how to handle them a certain way. You handled people a certain way because it was what it really was. You had to be what you said. You had to live what you was like. And it wasn't everybody was gangsters. It was people who was nothing. It was no game. Everybody wasn't gang banging, shooting them up in the 90s. I was making different type of music. You had stuff like, it was love at that time. It was cool to be R&B. It was cool to be in love with your chick. It was cool to be a fly, fresh dude. Now everybody kind of wanted to be just tough. So I think that's what it was. Now everybody sees a certain way to go about things. That tough, that gangster, that hard shit got popular. Everybody puts on that persona. And so it's hard to know who really like that or not. And then you get tried by somebody who really is, and then you call a cop. So it's like you just don't know. Everything is a facade. It's a character. It's a caricature. You know what I mean? I feel like social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff, Twitter, all that stuff is just making everyone has a certain facade.
Right.
And to know who they really are, you have to really get to know them. And people don't spend that time. I'd rather just deal with your facade.
Right.
Okay, now I'm gonna make a facade too. So now our facades deal with each other. And that can start a whole bunch of bullshit.
And
so
that transition into relationships too when we talking about
now
black
you have
love.
Relationships built on facades. And now the shit don't work.
Yeah.
Like, oh damn, I really don't like you like that. I thought I did, but I don't. Oh, you not really like that. So now it don't work at the end of the day. It don't last. There's no longevity to it because the facade wear off after a certain period of time.
Because people can't keep it up.
Nah, it's hard as fuck. And if you can, you some people can. Some people you think a person was like that for years. For different situations, you be in a position where somebody is gaining something from you. Think of, i.e., relationships where someone is maybe taking on a full financial burden. In a time where I'm comfortable, why would I change how I act for that? I'll hold on to that for as long as I can until maybe the other person gets tired of it, and now they want to change it. But if you benefiting some way off the facade that you are portraying to people, why would you ever change it? So you get people acting like a way their whole life or all the time, and they ain't really like that. Then you get mental health issues. Then you get physical issues. Now you fucked up in the head because you plan to acting like you somebody that you really not. So now I'm gonna supplement that with drugs and pills. Now you got a drug addiction. Now you're not even who you really are. You fucked up in the head. Now you got a whole drug addiction.
Somebody get my man a soapbox. Keep going.
All these problems are manifested off your own bullshit. Now, how do you deal with that? You don't even know who you are. So how are you going to deal with the drug addiction of a fake person? You don't even know who you really are.
Keep going.
Who you talk to? You talk to the facade, the relationships you got with the people you don't even know because they don't give a fuck about you. They not even who they really are.
Keep going.
They giving you the facade. So now y'all facades trying to help each other. They don't really care. So they'll give you words, but not no true action. You going to still try to go back home. At the end of the day, you left with yourself. And you're not even yourself. You left with all them facades you created. So now you got 3 or 4 different facades of who you are, satisfied by different things. You got a fake girlfriend. She satisfying that facade, smoking weed, banging out, holding a gun with these niggas to satisfy that facade. Whole time you just a regular dude, just wish you could just pop your shit and eat good and be fly. To get to him, you gotta smoke weed, pop pills, and drink lean. Then go to sleep and hope you dream about something that's good. And wake up and you gotta fight and portray them facades all fucking day. That shit get tiring. And then you commit suicide because you want to give up. It's fucked up out here, boy. Tighten up.
Hey, boy, all I tried to do was talk about black love, and we got all into that.
Tell you better tighten up, boy. Better tighten up. Because it's a road that you will go down quick. This shit tricky, boy. This shit tricky. You think it's cool to sip lean all day, this shit get tricky, boy. Then you find yourself fucked up. Who am I really? You do not know. And ain't nobody gonna help you. You a broke 30-year-old black man. Nobody give a fuck. Figure it out. How you gonna do that? What are resources? I don't know. You know, nobody know. All right, well then, fuck it. It is what it is.
That's why we got to create these resources too.
That's why the league is here.
Everything. Where we not just talking, and we're not just talking.
Have
about
a conversation about it. Yeah, tighten up.
Because we're not just talking about creating resources. Stuff like this, like a podcast network, and it could be anything, a storefront and stuff like that. We talking about things like mental health professionals, things like that. More teachers, African American teachers, stuff like that. Resources. To talk to resources. As small, resources as large. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you touched on a lot of things. And one of the things I want to go back to, I want to dig into that mental health thing. Yeah. Right? Because I think that's an issue in the African American community that nobody talks about enough.
It's a little bit.
Nobody talks about it.
It's a little glamorized now, but when we really talk about it, what we really talking about, right? What is the point of mental health and to diagnose everybody to feed them drugs so the pharmaceutical companies can make billions more money? Is that the goal? Or what are we really talking about? Like PTSD, like how do you not have mental health issues if you saw your best friend get his brain blown out at 10, 11 years old? Yeah. What are we talking about?
Or seeing a lot of domestic in your
you've never seen a healthy relationship.
You've never seen a healthy relationship.
I never saw a healthy relationship. Not to say that my parents was like my parents were broken up. My dad had other wives and females. My mother had other husbands and things like that. I never saw a full on healthy relationship in my home. Mm-hmm. I saw maybe other friends, with maybe a mom and a dad. That was rare. I had 2 friends in my whole life, all the way up to college, who had a mother and father in home. Mm-hmm. And to say that relationships were perfect would be a fucking lie. Mm-hmm. They just figured it out and made it work. We didn't see it.
Broken homes, man. That's a real thing in our community, man. Like, I hate to make it so general and just say and make it seem like it only happens in Black African American homes. But guess what? It seems like it does a lot of times.
Yeah, it
seems like it does a lot of times when you consistently growing up, your dad is rarely around or your mom is going through whatever she's going through. And then when they are around, you see a lot of domestic abuse. You see a whole lot of cussing and screaming and hollering and things of that nature. You know what I mean?
You see it manifest.
How can that not mess you up as a young kid?
You see it manifest in the relationships you have today, like these toxic relationships.
Yeah.
That comes from you watching your mom and your daddy cussing their bitch. Can
I get in that bag for a second? Can I get in that bag for a second?
That's how I feel about it. I don't like
that's one of the things I don't like. One of the things I don't like is how we literally sit up here on social media and even because I don't consider social media a part of real life.
No, it's not.
You know what I mean? So when I say social media in real life, I literally mean that. Social media in real life. One of the things I don't like how we literally sit up here and glamorize toxic relationships.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not just talking about toxic relationships as boy and girl. We talking about toxic relationships and friends. Oh, that's just how they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how they are. I done known them for this long. He'll be all right. No, it's not okay.
No, it's not. Not at all, actually.
It's not okay. It's not okay that you pick up your ball and go home every time something don't go your way. Yeah. It's not okay that when you get mad, you call me all sorts of names. And
crazy names.
You call me all sorts of names and talk about some things that only you know in front of people. No, that's not okay.
Yeah. No, it's not. Not at all. Not at all.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's one I can't stand. Like I can't stand it. We sit up here and we put toxic relationships on a pedestal every single day because it's like you're not strong enough to walk away from it.
Yeah.
Him or her.
Or fix it. Or really get to the root of the problem.
Or even get to the root of the problem.
That's what it is. I'd rather fight with you and be on bullshit to really figure it out.
Like we got to cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like
in all relationships, like you said. Not just intimate or just intimate relationships where it's a partner. We're talking about friendships, family members, business partners, all that shit. Like, communication is key. Mm-hmm. Don't hurt my fucking feelings, bro.
Yeah.
Period. Like nobody in the whole wide world, not just my girlfriend, everybody.
Can I get in that bag too? Why you say don't hurt my feelings? Guys, why? What's so hard for y'all telling people that they hurt your feelings, B?
I don't know, because you hurt my feelings, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. Don't think that makes me soft. Like people think like, oh, you hurt my feelings, that makes me so weak. All right, okay, hurt my feelings, you get one.
I'm a man, right? You mad at me for being mad at you for making me feel some type of way.
Crazy. Like you did something to hurt my feelings. I'm telling you that. Why you mad? Get out your feelings. Okay, next time I'm just slap the shit out.
Like, now you know my reaction, bro. Like, come on, man. It's all these, and to y'all it might sound funny and it might sound small, but that's a big issue.
It's a huge issue because it's how we emotionally connect and communicate. Mm-hmm. A lot of our communication in the Black community is confrontational.
Yeah.
Or what others are outside of what we view now. What I view now is pure negative. Like, even if like I'm my homeboy, you come fly. Damn, boy, your little ugly ass, clean, little dirty. I'm giving you all, but it's still me giving you love. You see how I'm saying?
That's love.
So like a girl would be like, if you in a relationship with a female and you tell her like, that hurt my feelings. Oh, you being soft. I can't trust you. No, this communication. Mm-hmm. Our communication is where we have our emotional engines rev through like confrontation most of the time. Mm-hmm. Bitch this, motherfucker that, I want to fight you. I want to fight to make up. These type of relationships are glamorized when there's no longevity in that shit. Mm-hmm. Like I rarely speak on public people or what on celebrity relationships. But I will say, look at Ari and Herbo.
Yeah.
That type of tumultuous young bitch that's fighting all the time, going back and forth. There's no longevity in those type of relationships. Mm-hmm. Now he's with another woman. I think he's engaged or has a baby on the way. And you see the total different behavior from the two. They both separated.
Yeah.
She has somebody else. He has somebody else. Those communicating like that there's no longevity in it. I don't even play like that when we're joking around. We joke around, we curse each other out a little bit, but I don't even play where it's like that fighting and negative to get your emotional engine revved. You want to do some goofy shit. No, I'm cool. Get out of here. I don't need that negative energy. Some people need their emotional engines revved like that. I don't. And I don't, but we operate like that in the Black community because that's how we communicate so much. But now that shit, once you get older, you don't want that shit no more. It's draining. It's another burden. I don't want to fight again in home with the people that I love. My family members, my friends, my loved one, my lady. I don't want to fight with you on the bullshit.
You got enough going on outside.
Real life is hard enough.
Yeah.
Real life will hit
100%.
us enough. Let's make sure we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how we communicate. You see, like, I cut it out. I saw it. I don't play them crackhead games. You're not finna talk to me just any old way. Nah, I don't even play like that. And you gotta find people who fight the right way too. Yeah. When you feel away and you want to get your point across, you feel like you have to, we in a discussion or argument, some people jump off the bridge. Tell all your business and go crazy. You have to find people on that same path, man. So yeah, getting back to that Black love, like, where did we go wrong? When did it just become whatever?
And can we start with saying, when we talk about Black love, we're not just talking about relations. Like, we're not just talking about, No.
Black people loving
marriage,
each other.
Black people loving each other.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It starts to me in home. It starts with your lady or man or whatever sexual preference you want to choose. That don't matter. In home, the relationship, the love that you show and have for each other was authentic to that. And like I said before, a lot of this shit built off facades. So you're in a whole relationship with a fake person. And they playing a role well, very well, because they don't know no better. You know what I mean? It's a lot of good. It's a lot of hard work to get under that.
Wasn't taught.
Never saw it. Never saw the living example. Wasn't taught it. Doesn't think it's possible. Doesn't even see it as a real reality to have that fairy tale relationship where we really get along and communicate. Shit hard, man, but we got to get back to it. It starts on the inside, though. It starts on the inside, though.
So with that being said, you know what I mean? Black people, let's love on each other.
Man.